Okay, that was really cool. I got maybe a dozen. I've got like tons here before, if I can get the right person on the phone. Okay, but I've got probably a dozen, which will really help me out. I think they will fit those boxes just right. Because they are ready to be boxed and moved. I mean, it was amazing because I just feel like I'm beating my head against the wall every day, all day long when I'm trying to get this stuff done. But I came to the point of, I just got to sort and sort and pack and sort, and eventually I'll get there. Because stuff that came from storages and stuff when we moved the last time, it's just all mixing up, and I don't know what I have. Can't find anything. It's just a mess. This guy's like obviously in a big hurry. But that's what happens when people want to sit and make a left turn. They don't realize that, it's just a really dumb idea. It takes too long. You're holding up other people if they can't get through. And it's really hard on your insurance because left turn is just always wrong. It's messy. I'll tell you, in California, when I was first driving, I would avoid left turns because you always saw wrecks on the left turn. So I would literally drive around the block to avoid having to turn left anywhere. All these clothes down the street here. Dental college for a little while to have them work on my teeth and redo my old porcelain fillings and stuff, and I don't know. I probably should have gone to a real dentist. I will say that, like beauty college is a place to go to have your hair done because they can't do anything without approval of the instructor, so it's totally supervised, and you get really good deals, very good prices on getting your hair and stuff done. And they do facials, all that stuff. But that's the best time to catch somebody is before they leave beauty college, because once they get out of there, they don't give a damn. Most of them. It was really sad and very shocking when I got out of beauty college. And to see how other people operate, just ugh. But I mean, Board of Health comes in sometimes, and they'll write them up. They pull their license, whatever. And they'll eventually get them. They're getting ready to move that single into that new building. Wouldn't that be neat? Boy, it is pretty today. Oh my. It really, truly is. I bet it'll be about 80 or so this afternoon. I can't even see the temperature on there now. It's so bright right now. I think I'll skate too. Here we go. Dude, driving the car. Are you stupid? Must have had to look at that text message right in the middle of the damn street. You know, they can tell if you get in a wreck. They can tell if you've been playing on your phone, and you are automatically liable. Look at those nice chairs, the old PVC lawn chairs. Those are nice. I had a friend of mine that thought he was going to be a millionaire building PVC furniture years after the fact. I mean, that stuff was a big thing like in the 70s. But this guy, keep looking at that phone, girl. You're a lunatic. That girl behind me was dipping all over looking for her phone, I'm sure. Almost rear-ended me. Yeah, it was a big thing in the 70s, and then my friend, it was in the 60s, I guess 88. Johnny Maples, those are some nice boxes. Johnny Maples wanted to, he thought the gold mine was to build that PVC furniture. And he was like, that's already been done once. Oh, that's the thing. Gotta do it. He always had some brilliant idea he was gonna do. The thing he did the best, I've been trying to get a hold of him lately. His mommy passed away, and I was trying to get a hold of him. The thing that he did the best, really, was he was a cabinet builder. He was the ultimate cabinet builder. There are people who talk about the work he did. He's real good with wood. And neatest guy in the world. Boy, if you were sad, need to be cheered up, or just having a boring day, when he taught, it was just amazing. He could brighten your day up. He's something to listen to and all that. He's pretty neat. But he got into doing escort work. He said, I'm gonna be an escort, and he took this old step-side truck, right? That he got, I don't know, salvage junkyard, I don't know. And he redid this truck, and it was white with the blue flames on the front. Which I saw one on Rabbit's Used Cars that sure looked like Johnny's truck. And he took this truck and he was building his own racks and stuff and putting the lights on and all that, so he could have that, you know, because you have to have certain lighting, you've got to have flags, all kinds of stuff. And sorry guy. So he was like, all I'm missing is some L bars or some iron, something, you know, I can, you know, make my racks. I'm gonna put over the top of this truck so I can hang my lights, my flags, reflectors, whatever. And I said, well, does it make a difference? I mean, because I got some stuff that might work. And he's like, what? I said, I got bed frames up in the attic. That's just when Carvel and I were together. We were engaged. We had all those old bed frames upstairs that we didn't even need. They were just bed frames. They didn't even have, you know, headboards. Just sitting up there. And so I told him, I said, I got all those bed frames up there. I'll just ask Carvel if it's okay, you know, if he wants them or not. I called Carvel at work and I said, do you want those bed frames? And he said, gosh. I said, well, Johnny could use them. Can we just give them to him? And he said, yeah, get him out of the attic. That's great. I said, well, they'll have a use. That's what's neat, you know. And so I did. And Johnny was just thrilled to bits. And so then he's welding his own racks on this truck and everything. And then he would travel all over. And then after a while, he would go for 2-3 months at a time and then come in town. Because he'd go all over the States. And he'd come in town for a few days or a week. And he just made his money on the road. And he took pictures and all this kind of thing. It was just, he really enjoyed the traveling. And he had driven tractor trailer at one point in time. And he you know, enjoyed that years before. So it worked out really great for him. He was definitely suited for that job. As soon as you get done talking on that phone so I can drive through here, just take your time. She looked back and even saw me. So anyway, I had got the house out on the old Titus house out on Oakland Drive, and I was renovating that in exchange for rent. What a beautiful home that was, though. Still there. It's people broken into it. It's wide open now. Titus passed away, and I think Ruby's passed away too. I think all there's left is a son, and he's probably left there by now. But Johnny would just appear and pull up in my driveway and he'd say, "Hey girl, what's going on?" And whatever problem I had with a car or anything like that, boy, he was there. He was fixing it. 24 hours, that was done. And we're best friends. Absolute 100% best friends. Great guy. And almost married him, actually, if you can believe that. Never slept with him, like had sex with him. I've slept in the same bed with him a few times. We're buddies, but not had sex or kissed or anything like that. But he just adored me, and I've always, you know, adored him. Great guy. And he looks like a coal miner, and he's all about 90 pounds. Funny cat. But he had some kind of cancer a few years back, and they removed part of his tongue, but he can still talk. Let me see if I can get in here. So anyway, but he would drop in, pull in the driveway, and I'd look out there to see who was in my driveway, because I was up on a hill. Here comes a barge too, hauling a bunch of stuff. I think it's those guys that rake the sand or something. So he, I would run out there, "Hey Johnny," and give him a big hug. And so he would straighten out, you know, if I had any car problem, whatever. And whenever I was working on the house, if there was a problem, he always had an answer on how to do it, and would show me and tell me how to do it. And he's really smart. And then he would, you know, meet up with his buddies in town for a couple days, and, you know, then he'd decide, well, you know, he'd go to the store and go get a bunch of stuff and come back and he'd go, "Well, we'll have a barbecue." And I said, "I don't even have a barbecue." And he said, "Oh." And he'd put all the stuff in the fridge, and he'd say, "I'll be right back." And next thing you know, he'd come up with a real nice barbecue. I mean, a high dollar. I literally had to chain it to the carport. And then he's making barbecue for my kid and I. Amazing. And he was one of those kind of people. I always had an open door for him. Didn't need a shower, needed a place to stay. I had it for him because, you know, he was on the road anymore. It was worthless for him to have a place because he was always on the road. And he claimed he was making really good money doing it. So he stayed on the road. And he had to be over 50 back then. And he really enjoyed what he did. So, and then the next thing he'd do, after a couple days, you know, I always had my bills in order on the table. And I would pay them as I had money and stuff. And he'd turn around and he'd say, "I'll take this one, and this one, and I'll be back." And he'd go pay him and bring him back with receipts. And go, "There you go, girl." And then you never knew when he was going to leave. It would be like, it might be, in an hour, it might be the next morning or the middle of the night, and he'd leave me a note. Hey girl, thanks for the spot, love you, and you never knew when he'd come back. It might be months, it might be weeks, it might be a couple days, but he really did well with that. He really, really did, and I couldn't believe he took that old raggedy truck. But he was real good with engines. Real good with engines, real good with wood. And always a thinker. He was always into something, whatever it was. I remember when he was into penny stocks. He was like, penny stocks is the thing. I'm like, Johnny, the stock market, man, I know people that went broke, big time million and billionaires that went broke on that. I know personally, when I grew up and stuff, that were friends of my dad's, and they did not do well. Anytime you're gambling money, you may not see it back. It's a gamble. That's why it's gambling. You gotta be careful. And don't ever play on scared money. That's a really bad thing. That doesn't work out too well. This bar just running really slow. He's probably trying to clear the bridge appropriately or something, because he's just almost stopped. When you're down around Memphis and all that, by the Mississippi River, it's really neat because the barges go up and down the river, and it's really neat watching them. I used to love to sit on the bluffs over in Helena, up by the railroad tracks, and sit and watch them go by. Somebody told me, it's really peaceful if you go down to the river, and I'm like, why? But it's true. I mean, just go down there and sit on the bluff and just hang out. And it just gives you a sense of peace. I used to love to roller skate down by the river. They built this really cool park. And I said, man, this asphalt's so smooth. It's perfect for roller skating. I used to go down there a lot and do that. Anyway, got to get it packed up, because I think I might have the right size boxes so I can get that other stuff loaded in boxes, because it's ready. And I get a majority of that stuff out of there, because I've got to get that. If I can get that upstairs cleared out, I'm really looking good, because time is getting close. I'm running on my deposit right now. David, I don't want to push it. I mean, if I get forced to go to court over this thing, I will do it. And I've got a lot of ground on it, but sometimes it's better just to walk away and go forward instead of go through the drama. Because I really don't need anything holding me up. I need to get on the road here. I've got so much to do. I've got people to see. I'm like a month behind of going on tour. Now, unless I find something that I would like to move into, then that'll be another story. But I'm just gonna take it day by day and see what the world has to bring. I might be a wandering Jew for about a month. I might be a wandering Jew for a week. Who knows? I'm just taking it day by day, and see what the world has to bring. Boy, if that isn't the brightest red door you ever did see. Let's see. There's a couple streets down here that have I like this area down in here. Some of it's pretty good. There's a couple of them here that sometimes have rentals. Rentals are starting to peak up a little bit in this area. I am really looking for a house. I found one yesterday. It's not ready yet. It's 3-bedroom. That would work out very well over the water. But they had a little hurricane damage to it, so they're trying to fix that. But that's an option, but I don't know. Right now I'm trying to get this stuff moved. why you people gotta stand in the middle of the street and talk. Pull it over and park it and talk. It's such a pain in the butt. Talk to some girl. My friend Juby lived in the same place for $500 a month for years and years and years. And then he decided to go back to the Philippines. He said he was leaving the United States, I'm never coming back, and that lasted about 6 months and he's back. So I wonder if that was a vacancy up there. I just don't want any damn townhouses. Hate them. God, they're so worthless. Sorry, guy, I didn't mean to block your way. You go ahead. That was pretty rude of me. Because I knew you were coming this way. Oh, he's got a right-hand drive Toyota. Isn't that wild? Must have imported that in. That's a new thing now, is getting those right-hand drives like they're importing them from the Orient and stuff. They're supposed to be really powerful. Look at that over there covered up. God, what a pretty car. Well, they made a whole patio out of their driveway over here. These people must not own a car. Look at all this stuff in this driveway. Looks like something Johnny Maples would do. For sale. They're selling their place. A lot of this stuff, people own the little units. I don't know when they started selling those off, but everybody started selling apartments off and all that. Which to me is just not a good investment, unless you're just using it for rental property, I guess. But for something to reside in and all that, that's kind of creepy. If your neighbor's place catches on fire or floods, it's in your place. It's a mess. They just did this house. I think it was this one. They just did it. Gutted it and redid it. And that rental sign lasted about 24 hours. I wished I would have caught it. That was a quaint little place. Right now, what I really need is internet, a desk, so I can list some stuff. Look at the solar on this place. They've got it on the garage and the house. Huh. This house has entirely too much room. Can't stand wood, it just closes a place in. I like white. Moving cell cut and dry. I like your fountain. Oh. Okay, so we got a little bit of a head start today. Hopefully we can get a bunch of this stuff packed up and moved into the storage today. Organize a little bit more of the storages. Closer. And if I can get, I was so excited last night. I said, man, if I only had boxes, I would have all of this packed up. Boom. I was really excited. And I found my labeler thing, my labeler machine, one of them. So, I wish I had time to actually get and label some of these things, but I can do it later. If I put it in a box with its other part that's relative, then I'll know, and I'll label it then. I just gotta get the stuff loaded. That's really cute little canal back through there. Wow, did you see that? That's that same place that they had listed over there. Yard sales can be very profitable as far as resale. Sometimes they're really good deals. Sometimes they just want way too much money. I used to make a bunch of money yard selling. I used to do it like almost every day. Most places nowadays won't even let you do that. The city will be on your butt going, you're running a business. But I used to do it like every day. And I did great. I never made less than 100 a day. It's pretty cool. The only thing is the insults. It's like working flea market. I've done that too, and it's sucky. You get these people and you have a $30 item and they go, I'll give you $1 for it. And they get really mad when you don't want to accept it. It's like, dude, it's not eBay. It's not like bid till you win. All right. Oh, they really tidied up this place. Well, I hope you guys have a really great day. All right. Love to ya.